talk, one child, one youth, one talk, you think big, you. Together we can do this in our continent, you. Think big, you. I say one talk, one child, one youth, one talk, you. Think big, you. Together we can do this in our continent, you. Think big, you.
Today being the 20th of May 2022, this is Chief Abundance greeting the global community of Theacians. For those of you who have joined us in the past 24, 48, 72 hours, joined us earlier this week, last month, 6 months, to a year, you are welcome. Some of you, or most of you, may not know about cryptocurrency to any full details. However, it's a learning process for everyone. And so today, I want to make another announcement, and at the same time, try to look into the mind of Mr. Abundance. You know, when we initiated this initiative in 2019, the vision on the concept why we minted 2 billion coins was to give everyone, especially in the Afro-Caribbean community, an equal shot, an equal opportunity at financial freedom. One that this world has not given us. And let us be fair with ourselves. Go back into our history. How did we get here? Even before slavery began in the Caribbean, there was slavery on the continent. One kingdom was ruling the other, and there were slave trading on the continent. And so the status quo of 95% versus 5 has been intact for centuries. 5% owns more than 80% of the world's wealth, while 80% supports the narrative. The irony of it all, we constitute more than 60% of the 80% globally that has kept the status quo in place. And what we are doing and have been doing is nothing new under the sun. Because we are the Easters. The birthright belongs to us. But through our ignorance, through our greed, through our intoxicated mindset of instant gratification, anything we do must be done instant, because we do not have patience. And so I cannot sell TACC as many would like me to do, like I am selling a car or an insurance policy. Only gives you the good things, but the reality you will find out when you have an incident or an accident. Because that's what insurance policy, you did not read the fine print. Well, I'm bringing you the fine print, and that is why a lot of bright lights that came into TACC, they're no more. You don't hear about them anymore. And so, abundance, how do we get into your mind? What is your thinking? When you first started, what was the vision? And what you hope to accomplish by spreading a table before the Afro-Caribbean community and the globe, because that is what I did. The table was targeted. The first class chairs were to be seated by the Afro-Caribbean. You know, in this world you have upper class and lower class. I always said in TACC that there is no first and second class. But for the purpose of this audio, I am using the first class seat by indicating that the coin was initially created and we cannot get away from it. There is no discrimination, but this coin was initially created to give the Afro-Caribbean equal opportunity for wealth creation, and the rest of the globe whose children have perished for generation in poverty. That is how this coin came about. And the intention, and while the thing is, we have seen so many different nationalities and countries rises to prominence, to economic standards, progressive in their technology, but yet still it does not affect the poverty that we've seen on the continent. The only people that will affect the global poverty percentage when they rise is we, the Afro-Caribbean. And except that happen, the status quo remain, Tiashans. And so the whole idea was to bring as many people with us on this journey. It is a selfless journey. It's a sacrifice a lot of us made, unpaid. And that is why the policy of one TACC, one child, one youth, one TACC, the policy of the disabled, the displaced children, the orphanage, even in my country, I issue a policy that every policeman, every teacher should get health care, nurses should get a coin. That is how far I extended the policy. Because you know they say charity begins at home. It's for this reason, to bring as much people into the economic net. A policy that you will never find in any country. Look for it and tell me, or any company for that matter, even in the crypto space, you're not doing it. That is why you cannot compare TACC with any other coin. They do not have our mission, our vision. They don't have our story. They cannot identify with us. And so the whole idea was to bring everybody with us along this way. But unfortunately, abundance, there is nothing new under the sun. Everybody went out of Egypt, was supposed to enter Canaan, but only 20% entered. 2 families out of 12. The ark was a symbol of safety for the world, but only one family went in. Abundance, what are you trying to say? What I'm trying to say, because we have been indoctrinated or intoxicated with the system that we're born, school, raise, work, and retire. The system has conditioned our mind to accept that the status quo shall remain, where 95% serves the 5%. And we, as the Afro-Caribbean community, have decided to support that system of economic overflow, because that's what it is. Bottom, top, top, bottom approach, where you get enough money and it should spill over. But it has not worked. Then and therefore, whereas the majority was envisioned to support the minority, TACC, to accomplish its mission, will have to continue to make adjustments to accomplish its mission. And if it takes a few of us, that which we did not want, because TACC was not created to create any super elite. But I have pondered over this for months. And my prayer is that the coins that are of any significance are in the right hands. That when the day comes, when we shall arrive at our destination, that those persons with those coins can do what they have bought those coins for, to lift humanity as far as they can reach. Because I am listening and I am monitoring those that are expanding their base. Because when you talk, I may not respond. When I ask you a question, it's not because I want to ask you. I want to weigh your thoughts, because it's not everyone understands money, and money can turn you into dictators. And so with that, by September 21st, there will be another burning of millions of coins. 5 to 10 million coins will be burned September 21st. I have not settled on that number. I said 5 to 10 million. TACC will accomplish its global mission either with, as intended, the majority or with a minority. But the mission will not be stopped. And the infinite does not force anyone to enter neither poverty or prosperity. He lays the opportunities before you. He created the doors for you to enter. You can enter poverty or you can enter wealth. He gives you the inability to think as much as you can think, because as you think it, you can achieve it. If you think it's too big for you, as my good friend in Limbe would say, abundance, you don't know where I am coming from. That which you are projecting, that which you're asking me, you don't know where I am coming from. In other words, it's too big for me. If I say to some of you have the potential to become your president, your prime ministers, your ministers, you would say, me, I did not graduated from high school. I do not have a bachelor's or master's degree. I don't have a doctorate degree. You don't know my family. Yes, that is what you will say. Because that is how you see yourself. And as you think, you become. As you think, you remain. In other words, you are equal. You are the sum total of what you think. You will never achieve anything more than what you think. You think like the wealthy, you become. There is no but about it. I don't care who you are. If you think like the wealthy, I said the infinite has to make a way for it to happen. Because that is the magic behind the haves and the haves not. It's not the money that makes you. Why you think we have so much thieves and criminals around the place? You think they found themselves as thieves and criminals? No, it's a thought that they persisted in, consistent in, and then they have developed and cultivate first in the spiritual realm, and you see it played out in the physical space. All the corruption that you see, it was not accidentally happened, that you accidentally found yourself corrupt. It's a thought, and you pursue it, and your actions now becomes physical. I said to you again, you are the sum total of your thoughts. And all of us has a default menu that we go back to all the time. That is why you have to guard your hearts, that you do not go back into poverty after you would have tasted wealth, because it can happen as well. This is Chief Abundance. Good morning.